and a perfect finish.
Showing the wave, lovely step over, great play.
My name
It's a special day at Keyworth Stadium. Detroit City FC opens up its home campaign against Loudoun United here in Week 3 of the USL Championship. Alongside Jamie Watson, I'm Jack Edwards. Delighted to be here in the broadcast with you as these teams enter today 1 and 2 in the East. Should be a fascinating matchup that Detroit City has won in all 4 of their meetings, and they're coming off of a fantastic win on the road against Colorado Springs.
It was a really good performance, and there was a variety of ways that they got it done. They were compact defensively. At times they were up against it, but they did what they needed to. The leveler here in the second half, but it didn't stop Detroit City FC from pushing forward. And Connor Rutz from the oddest of positions, finds his way with the winning goal in the 89th minute. It's inventive, to say the least, at the end, and it's nothing less than what Detroit City FC deserved for their performance on the road. Great start to the season for them.
Fascinating goal to score there. Well, tonight's Player to Watch is brought to you by the Finnish Long Drink, a crisp citrus soda with premium spirits. Please enjoy responsibly. Scored last game, Elvis Ammo.
Man who had a goal in a subdued celebration against his former team, got the starting that Detroit City FC was really hoping for with the goal early on, 11 minutes into the match, but it was more of his presence, his ability to hold up play when needed, check back in to keep possession, then stretch the defense whenever the game called for it. So Elvis Ammo is a player that will need to have a good performance tonight if they want to have their home opener go the way they hope.
On the flip side, for the visitors from Loudoun, Zach Ryan leads the team with 2 goals, also an assist. They've played 2 matches so far this season. He's scored in both of them, Jamie. Definitely a player to watch out for.
So confidence will be riding high, most certainly for Zach Ryan. It's a player that always has a goal in him. What I like about him, though, he has the ability to link up with players around him. If you don't step and confront him anywhere from 25 yards in, he can have a go. If you overcommit, he's good enough to slip players through, so he's a threat in a multitude of ways.
It's the first opportunity at home this season for DCFC. Their first ever memorial match as a club will be a special day at Keyworth Stadium, and we're delighted to bring it to you. On the other side of this break, we'll show you the lineups, and we'll get going. From Keyworth Stadium, Detroit City FC, Loudoun United after this.
Do it.
Come on, Dad, get me.
Oh, nice play. All right, go. There you go.
So cute. At Ally, we're helping millions save more for the things that matter most to them. Whatever you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally.
Get back to work.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Hi, Dave from DTE here. Ooh, this dirty HVAC filter makes your system work a lot harder, and that costs money. But they're really easy to change. First, just check the edge of your current filter to see what size to buy. Then, just insert the new filter with the arrow facing toward the furnace. It's that easy. Energy bill savings. Get more tips on our website.
There's a beer in the D for me and you. From Royal Oak to Jefferson Avenue. Grab a friend and a jersey too and chant. Chant like you give a damn. Now we're talking Detroit and straws is spoken here.
Detroit City FC is presented by Ally, the official financial services partner of DCFC. And Fago is proud to be the official pop of DCFC. Brew Detroit, the official craft beer of Detroit City FC. And Fort Pontchartrain, proud to be the official hotel partner of DCFC. First lineup for you for Detroit City FC, presented by Detroit Medical Center, official healthcare provider of DCFC.
4-2-3-1 formation, really resolute defensively. Look for the outside backs to get higher up, and for the outside mids, Morris and Coote to tuck inside. Rodriguez has the ability to get forward and join Ammo up top.
Should be interesting. An unchanged 11 from their win last weekend against Colorado Springs. On the flip side for Loudoun United, presented by Fort Pontchartrain, proud to be the official hotel partner of DCFC.
Standard 4-4-2 formation with McCabe and Scunrich, understanding what the game gives them when they need to go and join the attack. Florian below, number 8, Kentuckian. El Medfar has scored on the season, so they have a dynamic midfield with a lot of experience that should be the driving force for this Loudoun United FC side.
Loudoun United had their first home match of the season last game against North Carolina FC. That was a 3-1 win. Part of a perfect start to the year. 4 points from 2 matches. They came into the day top of the East. Early keys for you in this one, Jamie.
Well, I think for Ryan Martin's side and Loudoun United, make sure that you manage the moment. This is the home opener for Detroit City FC. So at times you're going to be up against it. If you need to go long and take less chances, that's a better idea. And for Detroit City FC, it's about creating momentum early in this match. It's a big occasion here today at Keyworth Stadium. So can you feed off the energy and have a fast start?
They'll be unveiling their tifo at kickoff here. There'll be a moment of silence to come in the 13th minute. We'll have more on that throughout the broadcast up to that point, as well as a 30-second moment of silence before the match starts. We've got our whistle, and we are underway from Keyworth Stadium. Heading from right to left are Detroit City FC, Loudoun United heading from left to right. Jack Edwards, Jamie Watson here in the broadcast booth with you. Again, a similar 11 from last time out for Detroit City, 4-2-3-1 shape. Mumensa playing that across to center back partner Carroll, wearing the captain's armband. Bryant plays it. Amo with the high press, wins a throw early on. You mentioned it in the open, Jamie. Scored against his former side, Colorado Springs, last weekend. Another former side here today against Loudoun United. Played for them in 2019 to 2020, scoring 8 goals. He got a chance to inflict damage against former friends on a second consecutive weekend. Good play up this left-hand side. Fired in. Coot through the middle, has ammo. Low, it's an early save, the opportunity, the rebound. Heroic defending with the block, and Loudoun United survived the early opportunity in front of a packed Keyworth Stadium.
What an incredible play defensively. Amo with such a smart movement to draw himself wider, and then Keegan Hughes just throws himself into the way of that to be able to keep this match at 0-0. What a remarkable start from Detroit City, and that movement was so key to be able to just pull away, create that space.
You see the injury report top left of your screen. Connor Rutz, only player listed. A few out for Loudoun United. This one's played and slid back. The full list unavailable for Loudoun United. Alex Nagy, Cole Turner, Keegan Tringy, as this is one high up the field by Ammo. Coot cutting back. Here's Jope. Carroll plays it to Jope. Near side, Levi's. Mumensa playing it across, slid back. First touches for Nate Steinwasher. Mumensa playing this one long, headed away. And definitely some technical issues on our audio front. Can't hear this crowd here at Keyworth Stadium. Working on that. Hopefully it'll be updated for you very soon. Appreciate you tuning in here. Home opener, obviously, for Detroit City. A chance to go 2 consecutive wins. Loudoun United now in possession. Again, these first 5 minutes are presented by DMC Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. DMC is proud to be the official healthcare provider of Detroit City FC. See Drew Skundrich making his 3rd appearance now for Loudoun United. 3rd consecutive start in the middle of the park since coming in from Colorado Springs.
Former DC United man as well, and the familiarity of the 2 clubs, although the affiliation has changed in recent times, which I think has actually helped Loudoun United be able to be less reliant of a team that fed off of DC United players and loan players. They're able to go and attract different players and a different budget. some resources put in, and that diversity of player selection has Ryan Martin now where he's able to coach with a little bit less restrictions. And Ryan Martin is thought of by many in the coaching circles as one of the bright young coaches that has a very, very high ceiling. So for him to be able to really teach and develop a lot more players instead of just within the DC United pathway, I think there's a direct correlation to that and Loudoun United now being at the top of the table, albeit or to the upwards end of the table very early on. It's not a coincidence.
Points are indeed points coming off of a year with just 7 wins, finishing 11th in the East. A strong positive start this year as they continue to try and grow. As they have a free kick opportunity, chance to put it in the box a few minutes after a chaotic sequence in front of the goal for Detroit City, almost opening the score early on. Vallo. It's a little under hit, but he does find a friendly face, and it slid back to him. Still an option out wide to the left. He'll slide it across. El Medkar. Clever pass into the box. Nice bit of footwork. The shot was importantly blocked, and Steinwasser gets across. Damro in the box with a bit of space.
That entry pass was exceptional through a host of Detroit City defenders, and Damro does ever so well to take that touch with his opening his body, his right foot across, trying to be able to get it onto his left to finish it in a tight space. And another turnover.
Turnover high up the pitch. Big tackle in the box. Important intervention from Carroll. Puts a foot in after his one high up the field. Amu Mensah getting it from Jope. Loudoun United trying to make life uncomfortable. Steinwasser puts a foot through it. Feels it'll be a throw. The next 5 minutes is presented by the University of Michigan Flint, offering a flexible, world-class education. You can find the right program at umflint.edu. Play up this right-hand side. It's flicked forward for the overlap. It's kept in. Amu Mensah playing that off well.
It's tight in here. It's got to come out the other way. That's smart from Detroit City, and they do it quickly. Try to see if they can build up on the near side.
It was getting quite congested on the right-hand side of the pitch. Levi slides it back. Amu Mensah. Jope coming to offer an option. Jope firing that to the feet of Coot. Levi is in front of him. And this one stood up. It's scraped away. Jope is on hand to pick up the loose ball. Important intervention. Dambro gets a foot in. That one can be fully pushed up the field. A chance to break. Zach Ryan on it. His first touches. That pass between the lines. You saw what he was trying, but it was just too heavy. Steinwasser picks it up. Carroll receives from Bryant. Outside of the boot, it's blocked out of play. Amu Mensah. Year number 2 for him at the back. Obviously the uber experienced Carroll can play it out to Bryant. This one going long, but it's going to be a foul, pushing behind. Not one that the home crowd here appreciates, but in the end, it's player down holding their face for Loudoun United. Will be a free kick. Erlandson, the player who is on the ground after coming together.
So the argument's being made that there was a little bit more to it. Amo is really just trying to establish position. I think it was the height difference that caused there to be the contact. First glance, it didn't look as though he tried to catch him. This will give us a better look as this ball gets played in, and yeah, he does catch him with an elbow, but I think he's really just trying to put his body out. He's going to end up getting a yellow card for his actions. So Amo was saying there wasn't the swinging motion. He was saying that it was really there, but when you have the size frame that you do of Elvis Amo, at times if a player drops down and bends their knees to be able to make an action, your arms now become, instead of in their chest where you're trying to reach out and feel, it becomes higher up the body. Now the explanation from our referee, Adam Kilpatrick, to Ammo to Kilpatrick. Erlinson up on his feet. That's a good sign to see as well.
See Rodriguez. Well, this week's youth team of the match is Detroit City FC 2012 Boys Gold, coached by Cooper Baker. The Detroit City FC 2012 Boys Gold represented Detroit City FC by being featured on a Pure Michigan commercial, showcasing their skills and passion for the club. Going long, it's brought down and put between the legs. Loudoun United carrying through, an advantage played on 2 occasions, but that one's going to be the foul brought back. Foul middle of the pitch. James Murphy called for that one. And the next 5 minutes presented by the University of Michigan Flint, offering a flexible world-class education. You can find the right program at umflint.edu. Still working through some audio issues on this broadcast, but upcoming in the 13th minute will be a moment of silence at Keyworth Stadium. We'll observe that as well in the broadcast booth from the 13, you see 13 on your clock, to 13:30. Just some background on that for the first ever memorial match here today for Detroit City FC. Club saying that as they continue to grow and evolve, they do lose some members of their community, and they're trying to take today as an opportunity to remember some of them, as Zach Ryan slides this one out to the left-hand side. Kept just about in play, but it will actually be a throw-in rather. Loudoun United.
These are the moments as Loudoun are able to get into the attacking third if they want to try to create a little numbers advantage to get across, but Detroit City compact, so you may have to play in to try to draw Detroit City out as well. These are the moments just giving what the game tells you.
Nodded into the box. It's uncomfortable. Steinwasser off his line. Alert, catches it.
Good goalkeeping. Nate Steinwasser, a model of consistency for several years now at Detroit City FC. His decision-making is one of his best attributes as a goalkeeper, of when to stay, when to come out, when to close the angle. He is a leader back there. Carroll have the armband, but Steinwasser equally as important of a leader in this group.
Wua tosses it back into play. Slid back.
Good pressure from Detroit City. Loudoun looking to keep possession, but then ultimately get impatient after the pressure from DC FC, and they turn it over.
As we near the 13th minute, Keyworth Stadium will observe a moment of silence for the first 30 seconds of the 13th minute. We will as well here in the broadcast booth. And of course, thank you for that moment of silence. But during that, Wesley Leggett scoring opens it for Loudoun United. What a moment for them. Just a tent on the press, and they win it high up the field and buries it.
Yeah, Florian Villot does ever so well to be able to slip the ball over to Leggett. And well, Leggett does ever so well to make sure he gets it from his right to his left. He's closed down. Steinwasser unable to push that wide. He'll feel as though maybe he could have been able to try to get his team a little bit higher up to press, but they were scrambling after the turnover, a bit unbalanced. And Loudoun United on the road make the home team pay.
1-0, Loudoun United after that moment of silence. A special day, but the match pushing through. And of course, now it's interesting to see how can Keyworth Stadium try and push DCFC back into this match. They had a great opportunity early on in this one. Nodded back Ammo, who also was booked a few moments ago. Bit of an interesting opening few moments for both of these sides. That being the first shot on target for Loudoun United, first goal of the match. Awuah. Nice bit of control by Ammo. Murphy can't quite get his feet right. Sits up. Maxi Rodriguez has passed just under, hit a little bit. Damro comes across. Pass stepped up, blocked there. As these next 5 minutes presented by DTE Energy. No matter where you are in your energy efficiency journey, DTE can help. Learn more at dteenergy.com/save energy. Maxi Rodriguez saying he got the ball. Referee disagreeing. It's a free kick now for Loudoun United. And obviously, if you're wondering why you're not hearing the voice of Neil Rule, it's a pleasure for myself and Jamie to be in the broadcast here today. But Oakland advancing, breaking some brackets, breaking some broadcast plans as well. They're playing tonight against NC State. Neil will be with them tonight, so a great opportunity, obviously, in the local community.
Yeah, fantastic. And Oakland took everybody by storm when in the hearts of everybody. Of course, they self-proclaimed not a Cinderella team, but they have a second-round matchup that will cause a little bit of changing for the broadcast booth. So it's an honor for us to be able to call today's match, filling in. Big shoes to fill. We'll try to do it justice. And we've had a entertaining first 17 minutes on a special day, home opener here at Keyworth Stadium. Delighted to be here. Has been indeed. Of course, they get the goal that has us separated at this point, but it was just a few minutes in the game. There was a golden opportunity for Detroit. They've done a good job breaking through so far, as have Loudoun. Both sides really stepping up in the attacking end. Well dealt with by Levi's, and he'll win a free kick for his side. And look, Jimmy, you wouldn't expect last year that this was a team in Detroit City who scored the fewest in the league, and Loudoun being 22nd in goals scored last year. Some changes in the offseason, some tweaks from both coaching staffs and personnel, and they've come out strong here in 2024. And it's encouraging if you're Detroit when you look at this Loudoun side. They have not been able to keep a clean sheet in their last 10 matches, nor have they been able to win away in their last 5. So history is saying that there may be something in the cards, a little bit of hope for Detroit City, although they're down 1-0. Ammo flicking that one on Rodriguez to chase, but it's cleared away. This is the 5th all-time meeting between these two sides. 3 wins heading Detroit City's way. All of those wins, they've had at least 3 goals. And when these sides last met here last June, it finished in a 1-1 draw. Mensa. Coot. Levi's with him on the left-hand side. It's rolled back. Jope. It's fired into the box. Ammo, it turns, it's up for Rodriguez. He can put one towards goal. Just wide. Goal kick given. What an opportunity there for Rodriguez. Inches away from Maxi Rodriguez. The entry pass into Ammo, and his ability to hold it up is the key component to all of this. And Rodriguez, because he's facing away from goal, he just has to understand where the target is, and he does not miss by much. That is inches away from leveling this match. Loudoun United building from the back. There have been chances. Rodriguez heavily involved, pulling the strings as he always does. 1 assist so far this season. Fired. Very well done, playing through. In behind now. Off his line in no man's land. Rounding the keeper. Maybe just about enough done, but the chance still here for Loudoun. Zach Ryan in the box. Rolls it off. First time shot. Down the throat of the goalkeeper. It's saved by Skundrich's shot. Saved by Steinwasser. That buildup is everything Ryan Martin would have hoped for. Entry pass in to Zach Ryan to hold it. So it goes up. It goes back. It goes through. And Steinwasser his reading of the game, his assertiveness and aggressiveness to come out. It does end up forcing Leggett to go wide. If he doesn't come out, Leggett would have been able to control that where that first touch went, but because Steinwasser comes out almost so far unexpectedly, that's how he's able to push Leggett wide, and the chance ends up going begging.
Mensa's ball forward is well dealt with. Hughes played it back to Faru. Levi's. Can begin to hear the sounds here at Keyworth Stadium. We appreciate your patience through these opening 20 minutes here for the first home match for Detroit City FC. See Coot trying to get things going from the left-hand side of the attack. It's going to be a free kick heading against his side. Loudoun United will have the opportunity on the dead ball. Carried forward under a bit of press. The free kick will be given. Beginning to mount up in terms of fouls against Detroit City FC. A pair of yellow cards. Elvis Amo as well as Maxi Rodriguez both have been booked up to this point. Skundrich plays it back. Well worked. El Medkar has Awuwa on the overlap, fires it across right into the chest of Steinwasser.
On that play, there were 5 Loudoun United FC players in the box. That is everything you can hope for from a coach when you have your front 6 completely involved in the build-up. That is going to lead to more success more often than not if you can get numbers like that. There was a numbers overload at the back post. Unfortunately, the cross selection was of the lower driven variety, but look at this press again from Loudoun. This is the difference of Loudoun United from years past. They're pressing higher on the road, and they're finding some success.
Offsides is the call. Coming back from offside position was Vallow. It's played quickly, but they've been too quickly and from the wrong spot. The press got that first goal, winning it high up the field. Leggett able to get it in a very advanced position. Here's, again, the opportunity. El Medkar to Awuwa and his cross. They almost a shot in the end.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was the wrong selection. He was chasing El Medkar, puts down in front. Ball just run a little bit faster on the turf here at Keyworth. He was unable to get around to Awuwa and be able to put the curl to draw it away from Steinwasser. But this starting point, this pressure, it's not allowing Detroit City to dictate the pace. They're having to go side to side, a little bit of pressure, and try to find Emo up top, which he's very good at, but it's not the preferred method of build-up.
They get it to him in the end. They work it. Jope out wide to the right-hand side. It's crossed all the way and no nonsense at the back. Robbie Damrow just puts that out of play. It's going to be the first corner of the match for Detroit City.
Smart decision, unaware of what's behind you, where the attacker is. So Damrow just play the way you're facing, concede the corner, get your team back in to reset.
Corner opportunity here.
What a turnout. This crowd just needing something to come even more to life. Could this be the moment?
Corner here. First of the match. Aiming for the back post. Just can't quite get ahead to it. Attacking that was Michael Bryant. He's always in the right spot, but his header ends up glancing wide. Flicked on. Leggett attacking. And maybe from behind, Jope. No foul there. Referee not giving anything against Leggett. Still down though. Feeling some discomfort. Down a player, are Loudoun right now. No obligation to stop play though if you're DCFC. Jope on it. And he's actually back into the action, hobbling a bit, but they're back even 11 on 11. Amu Mensa, Jope. You hear the crowd beginning to ramp up in this match. Ball over the top, scraped away. Long ball pays off. They advance territorially. Throw in high up the field. Mensa slides it across. This one going long. Out of play, not kept alive. Amo the target. Maybe a throw in here. Jope picks it up. Bounces into the feet of the goal scorer. Leggett, his touch a bit heavier. Detroit City take it off him. Steinwasser is pressed tightly. Amu Mensah, and they do a good job to work it through that central press out to the left-hand side. Levi's. Ooh, nice bit of work. Deception there. The pass just behind goes out of play. As this portion of tonight's broadcast is presented by Metro Detroit Chevy Dealers. Your Metro Detroit Chevy Dealers are proud to be the premier sponsor of DCFC. Brought down. Nice work, Almedkar. Advantage being played. Khalil Almedkar, two with him in the attack. He'll do it himself. It's blocked. It might sit up. Valo has it. Actually, rather, it's going to spin out. They'll allow it for the corner kick on this near side.
Florian Valo just wanting and screaming for it, but as nobody approached, Almedkar decided that was in that range where he could have an effort. Not the worst decision.
Opportunity now from the corner to try and double their advantage on the road. Earlier this year, Loudoun, their season opener was at San Antonio FC. Equalized after going down. Then actually went down a man and had a 94th minute equalizer from Valo. That was their first point of the year. Picked up 3 last weekend against North Carolina and currently leading on the road again against Detroit City FC. Kwame Awua take the in-swinging corner kick. Steinwasser goes highest. He claims. Ooh, maybe a bit of a push on Leggett, but he was trying to make life uncomfortable. Steinwasser can roll us back into play. Levi's, he was pressed. Valo wanted it to be his, but it will be a DCFC throw. Leggett pressing. Almedkar got a toe to it. He's going to spin centrally. Jope plays it. It's well worked. Ammo able to just carry this one into some space. On the overlap, Levi's forces him a little wider than he may have wanted, but he picks out Coot. Rodriguez, the one-time pass into the box. They're calling for a penalty. The referee opting not to call.
Emma was so clever in this because he understood he put his foot in between the ball and the defender, so the defender never even sees Emo until the moment it's in. I don't see how this is not a point to the spot. In that moment, there's a reach from Florian Valo. He doesn't catch the ball.
Yep, that's a penalty.
That is, without a doubt, a moment in time in which the defender reaches, catches nothing but the attacking player inside the box, and our referee Adam Kilpatrick, he sees it differently. From that angle we saw from behind that, to be fair, the referee doesn't have that vantage point.
Yes.
It's very, very clear that Amo was taken down inside the box.
To play devil's advocate from the penalty perspective, could it be that he didn't try and play the ball a ton, just tried to get knocked down by his opponent? That could be a perspective.
And that is most likely the reason why that would be the justification from a referee standpoint, why there wasn't a penalty given. But you can also say that as Emil puts his foot in between, this is a great look from our crew. you can say he doesn't reach for the ball, but he does go to put his foot into a space that is within a foot or two of the ball.
Yeah, the ball's rolling into space for him to then move on to.
Let's to your point, let's say that ball is another 2 feet in front of him and he puts his foot there. Well, then he's not playing the ball, he's playing that space, and I could see that. But the angle we have there shows that he is close enough of a reference point to the ball that he could make a play on the ball. That's why I do think that it was the wrong decision that was given on the field.
Bang, bang play does not head DCFC's way. Loudoun United maybe escaping it a little bit. It's a throw in here. We'll see how this continues to progress. Half an hour into this one.
Been impressed with the response from Danny Dicchio's men, though, after going down early, being able to push forward. In the first-year head coach, he is a player that had an incredible resume, and then as a coach, he's really put in his time to be able to hone his craft. And
it's one high up the field. Ryan has El Medkar. Important intervention by Carroll, and actually that turns into a fantastic chance on the break. Rodriguez cuts it back, has 3 with him, but I think he's gonna try and just maintain possession now. Plays the 1-2. Foul given. It's a free kick in a very dangerous spot now. What can DCFC conjure from this? See it again, playing the 1-2. Just brought down Damro from behind.
there's a lot of similarities to that challenge as the one we saw just a moment ago in the box.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is one of those where it's very easy to make that call, I think, outside the box, but inside the box, it's incredibly hard to point to the spot. I think the vantage points we had, we feel it was the wrong choice. It's going to be a chance, maybe a ball doesn't lie moment. We'll see what happens from this free kick.
Got 2 options here, and you've got Levi's with the left, Murphy with the right, so it just gives a little bit of extra thought for the goalkeeper, Farrow.
Murphy with the right. Oh, parried away. Great save. Farouk gets across, punches it away. He's saying it's out for a throw in. Does incredibly well to get across on target. Makes a save.
Good footwork from Farouk to be able to get across. Confidently punches away. Doesn't give up a rebound with 2 players from Detroit City fast approaching.
Throw in. Coot taps it down. Mensa. Rolled back. Amu Mensa. Amu Mensa plays it across. It's 1. Bryant. Rodriguez. Murphy can slide it across. Levi's. Saw Ammo calling for it. Wasn't picked out. Coot. Levi's keeps his run going. Coot trying to carry this one centrally. It's knocked away. Detroit definitely a lot of possession these last few moments, keeping this one in the attacking third, more or less. Not entirely since they conceded, but has been a strong response, as you mentioned, Jamie. Tossed in. Levi's. It's a bit of footwork, but a good foot put in by Skundrich. Ammo. Levi's. Had 16 appearances in 2023. Levi's did after being acquired from Tulsa in a trade. This is switch from left to right.
Great ball.
On the overlap. Ball into the box. Touch is taken and it's dealt with well by McCabe. Back to Steinwasher. Amu Mensa.
So now draw Loudoun out to be able to try and find some space in behind. Loudoun had gotten into a low block defensively. Now they resume their normal starting position with that higher line of confrontation. So now that gives a little bit more space for Detroit City. Just being patient right now, probing a bit to see, you go side to side, wait for a passing lane to open up, a little bit of movement, and this is where they decide to go. That's a good recovery from below.
Indeed it was. Leggett couldn't quite get the ball up to Ahmedkar, who's making a great run over the top.
You're right, it was good positioning defensively to close down, or else Ahmedkar had a full head of steam and plenty of space behind.
Good step, it's knocked away, Awuah. Ahmedkar. Is that a foul from behind? It was. Bryant whistled for that one. See his frustration, but again, you don't want to draw too many parallels to the penalty.
I just, the wry smile I gave you just a moment ago when it looked as though the defender,
you see it all the time,
for
all
a play,
across the field.
The forward steps across into the way, and the defender then clatters in from behind. If only we had seen that just a few minutes ago somewhere on the field.
Well, it is a free kick this point of the match for Loudoun. We'll see what they can generate from this. A pair of players standing over it, and they're tossing a lot more on white further up the field. Next 5 minutes here are presented by Strategic Staffing Solutions, people-powered, customer-centered, and community champions. Awuah puts it in with the left foot. It's headed up. Steinwasser will take an interest, and he'll catch it. A lot of play centered on this left-hand side. Levi's rolls it back. Murphy. Tall header, knocked away. Below, trying this one forward. Ahmedkar was taking an interest, and it's well headed back. You can see on the screen, you can scan the QR code on your screen to easily sync Detroit City FC's 2024 schedule to your calendar to ensure that you do not miss a moment of the action. The action, this one has been fantastic up to this point. Really appreciate you joining us for this one on this week 3, Saturday, getting our USL Championship day going. Amu Mensah, few in white, taking an interest, and he'll play it long. Rodriguez just can't quite get it past a thumping challenge. Ryan may have been coming back from an offside position, didn't challenge for it. Carried forward. Jope. Murphy tries the first time ball, but it's intercepted. Losing his feet, though, was Skundrich. Now it's again on the attack with DCFC. Morris plays it low. It's scraped away. A nutmeg on the pass. It will be stepped up, well dealt with. Amu Mensah coming up from center back into the midfield.
Good build up from Detroit City, although once they get to the end line, only 1 or 2 options inside the box. Here's another turnover with that pressure.
Pressure paying off. There's 4 in the attack. It's clipped. Actually picking that one in between his teammates there. Just couldn't quite make it come off. Leggett puts a hand up of apology. Just wasn't able to put the right pass on.
He saw that picture early on, and that was the type of ball that he would have played initially, but he takes 2 touches, the picture changes, but his thought process doesn't change. So that's why he makes that pass, and then as he looks up, he realizes the speed of play, the positions, the recovery, the movement had all changed. And so he got stuck in one singular thought process and really needed to be able to adapt to what the changing picture was.
Bryant earns his side, the goal kick, kicks it off his opponent. Big challenge there, referee. not calling for the foul.
Yeah, Murphy was late on that challenge.
You can see Damro still in a heap, but he'll get back into the play. Rodriguez. Murphy. That one will scrape its way through. Ammo, rather Jope it is. Put into the box. Oh, diving, brave header. Didn't know who was going to be challenging for it. Comes across. Amu Mensah. Oh, that's a massive challenge by Levi's. Got the ball. Referee not calling for a foul. Maybe we'll go back to that one on replay. Nothing given though. Rodriguez plays it on the overlap from Bryant. Stands it up. Almost sits up and scraped away in the end by Ryan. Out now. I'll try and just keep the pressure on as we enter the final 5 minutes here of this first half. That challenge was heavy. Let's see if we can come back to it when we get the opportunity. Amu Mensah, Maisie dribbling through the middle, rolls it off. Murphy. Amu Mensah keeps his run going. Bryant. Tight bit of play, but it's intercepted. El Medkar, as he brought down, he is. It's a foul. Next 5 minutes presented by Ally. Ally is proud to be the official financial services partner of DCFC. You can learn more at ally.com. This is the no call.
That is a hefty challenge. Okay, I think it's the right decision.
Boots are, it's a little high, but he gets enough of the ball where you can justify it.
I think the speed of which the tackle came in, but again, there was no bottom of the cleats exposed, high above the ankle to the mid leg to the shin, goes through the ball. It was a good hard tackle, and you know, nowadays we don't see those tackles with always the best intentions. And I think that one actually from Levi's completely fine in my book.
Felt pretty textbook. Yeah, and obviously very fortunate nothing came really of it. Awua into the box all the way through. Steinwasser grateful he could just pick it up.
And to close that up, fair play to Florian Velo, who just absorbed the challenge,
got right back up,
had a look and said no foul and got up. Fair enough. Never easy to be on the receiving end of that, but to not roll around and try to make more of it than what it was. A lot of respect to a player that's on the end of it and just says, all right, fair enough.
Hold up play, Ammo. He's gonna try switching it. Turns out to be a great ball, picks out Bryant. A lot of friendly faces forward with it. Oh, that was an important intervention by to be Skundrich. Gets ahead of Rodriguez. Corner kick here. Pull play back. Player might be down off the ball. An important intervention on the ball into the 18. Jamie, for you, I'm interested how each side will be looking at this first 42 minutes of this match and what tweaks might they want to be looking at as we enter towards halftime.
Yeah, I think as we get to this set piece right here, this could change everything from what the managers are talking or thinking about talking to their team about. I think that Detroit has shown that they've got enough in them to be able to try and steal something here before half, to trying to find an equalizing goal. I think for Ryan Martin's side, he'll be well pleased though. This team has been resolute defending, but this moment right here could change everything. Big moment in this first half.
His heels in the snow, goes short, it's cleared away, doesn't beat the first man. Jope can try and recycle possession.
Loudoun have been very good though defensively. They put themselves in the right position, just like on that set piece there defensively. That's been a really strong performance from this Loudoun side.
Rodriguez trying to dance a little bit with it, whips it in. There's players going down in the box. It's a foul against Ammo. Referee had to make a call as both players, were all over each other. In the end, it goes against the striker. It'll be a free kick for Loudoun.
The physicality that Ammo brings to the field, and every moment, that time he just gets tangled up with Keegan Hughes, but nothing to it, just two players. Hughes was so tight on the entry pass. That's really good defending. He's going to win the foul there, but he was not going to give Ammo, who's a physical, strong presence in the box, an inch of space.
Ammo. Track back. Below gets a foot to it and just knocked forward. Erlandson just knocking that one high. Obviously a great turnout here. Home crowd. First time they get the chance here, even though it's a very cold day. Jope. Slides it. Just too heavy. Farouk can let this one come to his feet. He'll pick it up. That hit a hand, I think it did. A Loudoun hand. Free kick. Amu Mensah. Coot keeps it in play, very well done. Rodriguez drags it back. See 4 minutes of added time at the end of this first 45. Stoppage time brought to you by Brew Detroit, the official craft beer of Detroit City FC. That one sails over and out of play. Good throw for the visitors. Coming into today with 4 points. 1 on the road at San Antonio, 3 last weekend with a 3-1 win. Scored now 6 goals across 3 games. Mensah. Murphy. Get it back. Turn away from the pressure of El Medkar. A bit of space to pick out a pass. He's going to try and spray one. Big header. Both players have to get back to their feet. Dambro, very well done defensively. Bryan cuts it back, and now a chance here. Velo. Steinwasser had to be careful. It was bouncing back to him. He puts a foot through it to get it away. Bounce out of play. Throw in.
It's been suffocating the pressure that Loudoun has been able to put on in this first half. There was a little bit of a lull, and that's actually when the balance is tipped in favor of Detroit City. When Loudoun stopped pressing, that's when Detroit were finally able to get on the ball and have a bit of success. When Loudoun press, Detroit City have not been able to implement their style of play.
Hooked away. Erlandson gets a head to it, or pushes it forward. All the way back to Steinwasser. He had 34 appearances back in 2023. Made his debut for the club all the way back in 2016. It's a foul, free kick, halfway through our stoppage time at the end of our first 45. Ammo heavily involved in this one. No chance maybe to put some numbers forward. Try and completely flip the script right on the doorstep of halftime. Coot stands it up. It's headed across. Important intervention, punched away. Amu Mensah gets ahead to it. Valo able to scrape it. Murphy, it's well tracked back. Leggett got a foot in there. Damro can play it to El Medkar. Awua on his overlap. He'll play it to the right-hand side. It's a great ball in the end. Loudoun searching for their second of the match. It's hacked away. Well stepped up by the captain, Stephen Carroll.
It's an entry pass, and it's actually going to end up being Farouk gliding into his own teammate, but he can't take the chance. Doesn't have the time to look and see that it's actually Drew Skundrich that he's going to come through and clean out. But brave goalkeeping, brave defending from Skundrich to be able to track back towards your goal and absorb that contact.
He's going to pinball around. Final 30 at the minimum. Damro whips it in. It's headed down. Valo keeps it cycling. It's knocked away. Flicked down. Awua. powering up his left-hand side. Throw in. That will be our first 45 minutes. Loudoun United 1, DCFC 0. Quick final thoughts from you, Jamie.
Loudoun have been equally the antagonist on the road. They've done ever so well to take their opportunity to get, and that was a well taken goal. You look at some of the metrics and the underlying numbers. Final third entry stands out to me for Detroit City, 31, Loudoun 25. Equally advantageous on the road. That is a bright start from Ryan Martin's side. Danny Dicchio will go in and certainly want more from his team, more quality in the final third and more numbers in the final third.
We'll see what they do. Both sides at halftime. Currently at the break, Detroit City FC 0, Loudoun United 1. Back after this for halftime.
We head back to our osteopathic physical therapy team that uses comprehensive exams and the most effective evidence-based treatment techniques to treat not just the source of pain, but the cause of pain.
It's about getting back to the patient, getting them back on track. It's patient-centric care. Me personally, I've been a fan for the last several years, and I played soccer my entire life, so it's so exciting to have it in our own backyard and be able to contribute to the success of the program.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now.
Or GM employees with a current eligible lease can get this Silverado for $319 a month. Or during Chevy truck season, get as low as 0.9% financing in all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups.
Let's do it.
Come on, Dad, get me.
Oh, nice play.
All right, you go.
There you go.
So cute.
At Ally, we're helping millions save more for the things that matter most to them. Whatever you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally.
Get back to work.
Keyword is electric.
Halftime is presented by Stroh's because Stroh's is spoken here. Halftime score, Detroit City FC 0, Loudoun United 1. Well, now we can pivot to some halftime content. We can check out this feature on Detroit City FC's new fullback, Alex Villanueva.
Bicycle, oh, it's incredible! That is sensational! Villanueva finishes!
Man played a perfect cross and a perfect finish! Villanueva, lovely step over, great play.
My name is Alex Villanueva. I'm from Maple Valley, Washington, and I play as a defender for Detroit City FC. I was looking for clubs, and the first one that came up to me was Detroit. It seemed like he had a plan for me to achieve what I wanted to achieve, so, I mean, obviously the fans is a bonus, but in order to achieve what I want to achieve, Danny set out a good plan. Me not playing in front of fans was kind of normal. When you would go to Detroit, you would see all the big fan bases and stuff, and you'd be like, wow, this is second division, but it's crazy. It's better fans than the first division, I would have to say. I would say I was thinking about more baseball. I was playing baseball growing up. My dad used to play soccer as well, but he's the one that encouraged me to try different sports. Once I saw him play, I was set on playing soccer for the rest of my life. So at 10 years old is when I decided to take it seriously. And my dad actually asked me, he was like, oh, do you want to do this as a career? And I told him, I was like, yeah, for sure. I really want to make this my career. And he said, okay, we got to work hard then. And he said, I want you to focus on this thing, and you can do it. And and I did it. So coming to Detroit, I mean, I was welcomed with open arms, so it made everything easier. The transition was super easy, so I'm excited to be involved with the community as well as win games with this team and give back to the city of Detroit. I'm a hard worker, for sure, above all. My main quality would be offense, for sure, going up and down the line, but I also can play in the middle. I would consider myself an attacking threat. Hopefully I can get some goals as well as assists, but mainly focus on the defensive part and be solid then. Obviously, when I sat down with Danny to talk about what he sees for me at this club, it was a good conversation for sure, and I think that I'm willing to give my all to the team as well as him to achieve what obviously I have set out, but also the team.
Keyword is electric.
Go get it, Doug.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
You've given us a foundation to be proud of. We build on this now. This is it now, gents. This is us from now on.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Yeah, we running the game. We're coming in strong, and you will not forget it. We're here to take you on, and we can fight and we defend it. We never looking back, we focused on the road. We didn't come to play, and now we never let it go. Yeah, we wanna take it higher.
Follow up in. Louisville level in the 70th. He puts it in. Indy 11 leads on the road.
Yeah, we wanna take it higher.
Looks great.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
At DMC's Rehabilitation Institute of Michigan, we help you get back. In the water, in the paint, on your bike, or just on your feet. Our team of therapists brings skill, experience, and advanced technology to your personal recovery plan. For any challenge, great or small, at over 20 locations. Ask your doctor for a prescription. You'll get right in, and we'll get right to work. Healthcare is better together at DMC's Rehabilitation Institute of Michigan.
Halftime is presented by Stroh's, because Stroh's is spoken here. Current score at the half, Detroit City FC 0, Loudoun United FC 1. We have some news and notes from across the league, some updates on that before we show you what happened in that first 45 minutes here from Keyworth Stadium. Brooklyn Football Club going to begin championship play, was initially going to be League One, championship for them in 2025, while Canardo Forbes makes his 265th appearance today for the Riverhounds, moves into second all-time in regular season appearances, and Rafael Baca for Monterey Bay wins the honor of Player of the Week after his game-winning goal versus Phoenix. Those are your news and notes from across the league. It's week 3, of course, of the USL Championship. Been a strong start to the season so far. Big 3 points for Hartford Athletic. Earn themselves their second win of the year. They stay perfect 100%. Anything else stand out here for you, Jamie?
Yeah, you start to look at some of these matchups that you've got tonight. Indy 11 versus Sacramento Republic. That'll be a clash of two very, very good teams. Charleston Battery host New Mexico United. Under Eric Quill's side, they've been playing some really good soccer lately. So a full slate of games tonight. Should be a really, really entertaining day across USL Championship.
And Lou City, of course, hold a 1-0 lead at the half over the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, similar to Loudoun United, who hold the edge at halftime. After this break, we'll show you the halftime highlights and the stats to get you geared up for the second 45 minutes at Keyworth Stadium. Halftime, Detroit City FC 0, Loudoun United 1.
Come on, Dad, get me.
Nice play. All right, go. There you go.
So cute.
At Ally, we're helping millions save more for the things that matter most to them. Whatever you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally.
Get back to work. There's a beer in the D for me and you. From Royal Oak to Jefferson Avenue, grab a friend and a jersey too and chant like you give a damn. Now we're talking Detroit, and Stroh's is spoken here.
We head back to our osteopathic physical therapy team that uses comprehensive exams and the most effective evidence-based treatment techniques to treat not just the source of pain, but the cause of pain.
It's about giving back to the patient, getting them back on track. It's patient-centric care. Me personally, I've been a fan for the last several years, and I played soccer my entire life, so it's so exciting to have it in our own backyard and be able to contribute to the success of the program.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now.
Or GM employees with a current eligible lease can get this Silverado for $319 a month. Or during Chevy truck season, get as low as 0.9% financing in all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups.
We are back for the second half. Detroit City FC 0, Loudoun United FC 1. We can see how they've done it up to this point. The kids playing in the snow. Been a great day so far here at Keyworth Stadium. We can show you our first half highlights. After this one, let's take a look at the highlights of the first half presented by Cintron. And this was right out the get-go. A chance here down the middle for Coot. It's saved, and then what a block by Skundrich to just get across.
Less than 90 seconds into this match, Ammo pulls away, Coot continues on, and that is one of the most important tackles you will see because it leads to these opportunities. This is the turnover. This is the finish. Leggett does so well. The deflection off Carroll. That is really disappointing for Detroit City FC, but it's nothing less than what Loudoun United had deserved. They had been so good in the first half. They continued to mount pressure, win it higher up the field. This time they win it right at the top of the 18. That deflection off the arm of Carroll finds its way into the back of the net. And this one from Maxi Rodriguez. Well, it looked like it had Peru beat. Just sends this inches wide from equalizing. And as we continued on throughout the course of the first half, it was a bit of the same story. 5 players inside the box to be able to try to get on this cross. Disappointing service. This is the talking point from the first half. Ammo reaches across, below reaches from behind and catches nothing but Ammo, but we do not get a point to the spot. Couple of free kicks, couple of set piece opportunities for Detroit City as the half closes out, but it amounts to nothing in the end. And this will help tell the story of the first half.
And these first half stats are brought to you by Cintron as well. Shots, possession, heavily possession-wise swinging in favor of Detroit City FC, but obviously 1-0 currently. Loudoun United edging things. The pressure been very impressive for them, and the stat that's not up here, that final third entry point that you make, very interesting. 33 for Detroit City, 28 for Loudoun United. They've been great in the attack.
Touches inside of the opposition box, 8 for Detroit City, Loudoun 7. You'd never know it, but that is something that is really, really important to tell how fine numbers, how fine the margins are in those two numbers. And possession, right, 2-1 for Detroit City, but they need to try to do that higher up the field and to try to lead to some real quality chances in the Loudoun United box.
We'll see what Danny Dicchio, if he tweaks anything personnel or tactics-wise for his side. No subs to tell you about at this point. Ryan Martin, very happy with his performance up to this point for his side. No subs for either team. We'll have the same lineups that we had to kick this one off. The 4-2-3-1 for Detroit City FC matching up with the 4-4-2 of Loudoun United. You see the goal scorer there, having a quick word with the referee. Wesley Leggett, just beneficiary of some great pressure from his side. Maybe a bit of a luck. It struck the hand of Carroll as it went into the goal. But in the white kits from right to left, Loudoun United getting us back underway for the second 45, and from left to right, the hosts, Detroit City. These next 5 minutes are presented by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is your ticket to great Detroit City FC seats. Knotted down, header across, Fallow. It's played forward. Rolled off, Levi's. Jope gives it back. Amu Mensah. Carroll. A lot of possession in these areas. That's a great ball. Just can't quite pick up Bryant, put a foot to it. It's played long. Carroll cuts a cool figure, just kicks it over his head. Tapped down, El Medkar. Emo, as well as Morris were competing for it. Jack Edwards and Jamie Watson here in the broadcast booth with you. If you're wondering why you don't hear the friendly voice of Neil Rule, he's with Oakland, who had the upset, of course, over Kentucky. They'll be playing tonight against NC State, so we have the unique opportunity here for the first home match of the campaign for Detroit City FC. Today, the first memorial match in the club's history. Had a moment of silence before the match, as well as in the 13th minute. Coincidentally, coinciding with that goal for Leggett. But been a very special day as the club has grown, you know, in its several years of existence now since being founded all the way back in 2012. They say that, you know, downsides of growing as a club is you begin to lose people in your community. Today, an opportunity to celebrate those who have been a part and still are a part, of course, as this is a foul going against Detroit City FC. Jamie, for you, I want to see if there's any changes that you hope to see, probably for Detroit City as a focus, because they're the side trying to come back into this game.
I think right now for Danny Dicchio's side, when they get on the ball, the quicker they can move it, that's when they've been able to break the pressure. That's when they've been able to get more numbers. See, this is 1 and 2 touch. Can't break down. Now you got to go. You need an overlapping run as well on the outside. It's one of these things that was just a little bit too delayed on the far side. And Levi's just been doing a phenomenal job of getting forward in that moment, though. If he could have just started to bomb forward and understand that there is the trust that they're going to keep possession, then the counter could have continued to develop. It sort of just died up when it went to the far side there. So now you have to be patient. Now you've got to be able to try to wait till Loudoun get tired defensively, move them side to side, east and west. If you can't really go north and south because they're deeper, now you got to go east and west to be able to create those pockets of spaces and passing lanes.
Coot trying to slide it back to Levi's. Vallow's touch goes out of play.
And not to belabor the point, but when it gets crowded and you try to fit into that tight space, that turnover, they're fortunate to keep the throw in. Now they're going to try to go elsewhere, other side of the field.
Long ball over the top. Gets a hand to it. Important intervention. Morris was on hand. He had a quiet first 45 minutes, he did, but early on involved on this near side. Big by Faru, though, to come off his line, punch that away. See it again as this is just put over the top. Has to get this perfectly right, and he does. Gets a lot of the man, but got the ball first.
Good weight on it from Carroll. Just stabs at it, understands on the turf it'll bite if you put a little bit of backspin to it. So he does, he hits that way. Just how smart Stephen Carroll is in his selection of passes.
Long one into the box. Jope got a foot to it. Ammo was on hand. Another Michael Bryant throw in to come. Here's James Murphy. Now that's Carroll, rather. That is Murphy. And that's Amu Mensah. Bryant. Murphy. Lifts that one. It's headed away. They earn themselves a corner kick. It lands in the snow. 5 minutes into this half, possession has been almost entirely in Detroit's favor. Great shot of the ball here in the snow. Cold conditions here this time of year in Michigan. Detroit City getting a chance to have their home field advantage. Murphy, they whip in the corner. Great header away. Leggett, of course, the goal scorer, but trying now to help his side see this one out, continue moving in a positive direction. Seen how to play, goal kick.
One thing that Loudoun has done really well tonight is they've limited the number of times that Ammo can get on the ball, turn, and starting to run towards them. And they've handled his physical presence so well in those 1v1 duels.
Damrow has to be careful.
I love the work rate, though, from Ammo in that moment to have the willingness to run 20 yards one way, 50 yards the other way across the field. Okay, maybe not quite 50 yards, but don't let facts get in the way of a good story, right? It was a good 30-yard run after just making the other one to go and press, and all of this sustained pressure is because of that. Loudoun do really well to break it, though.
Well, Medcar, a nice move to escape it, but the pressure immediately resumes. Jope just a step slow on that press, brings down his opponent in the middle of the park. But you see how quickly the numbers are bombing forward, much like Loudoun in that first 45, and what they'll try to do, I imagine, here in the second half. But Detroit City pushing this one high up the field. Jope was a step slow. See, Amo got his first in his new colors last weekend, opened the score against his former side. Of course, played for Loudoun United as well in the past, 2019-2020. Only a few former clubs. It's not just a coincidence that the first two sides he's played this year have been former teams. Also played for Rio Grande Valley back in 2021, Hartford Athletic in 2023. The sides meet here today. They'll also meet coming up at Loudoun United on May 4th. Just about a month and a couple weeks away from the rematch. But as things stand, Loudoun United trying to get their first ever win here and against Detroit City FC in general. It's lofted forward. Bryant gets ahead to it. Awua. Jope. Bryant returns it. Was he fouled? Was he fouled? Second one will be a foul. Skundrich impeding his opponent, and it's a free kick just inside the attacking half. Vallow trying to knock it past Levi's, but stood tall. Ammo. Fantastic footwork by Coote on the first time, but Skundrich, nice bit of supporting, comes back, keeping the press alive. It's turned over. Potential for a shot. It is taken. It's blocked well. Ryan nods it down for Skundrich, but Levi's picks up the loose one. He'll receive the return pass. Coote trying to put it between the legs of his defender again. Now Leggett, can he use his speed here? One-on-one with Carroll. Bryant in support. The shot's low and it's saved. Well done by Carroll to just stay alive with that one against the speed of Wesley Leggett.
Leggett with a tidy turn and then just says, let's go for a run. Carroll understands after that first time he tries to reach across. If he pulls him back, it's yellow. We're getting closer to the box. Tries to give one more little pull. It's smart defending. After this one happens where he doesn't pull him down, this one he's certainly not trying to commit a foul. It's a yellow card and a free kick in a very difficult spot. So the angle's going away from Leggett the closer he gets to the end line from that position. That's good understanding from Carroll how to just nudge Leggett enough to stress him and to make him think about him right before he has the effort from a tight angle.
Bryant's ball forward. It's hooked away. Murphy. Jope between the lines. Coote gets into the 18. That's a nice bit of picking of the pocket by Vallow. Jope, though, in the middle of the park. Pings it off the referee.
Detroit City wanted to go quickly
Yeah.
because it hit the referee, but the rule is it has to be an uncontested drop ball, not a free kick. So the idea is the same, but it has to be a drop ball, not a free kick.
The referee making that exact point, just saying he has to do that. It's a good spot there. I was going to ask, what is the difference where the referee was hit just inside the half versus a few yards forward if it's just going to be played across? But
right, and that's just what the players do. They want to put it down and play.
Yep.
They will do it, but the proper refereeing protocol is what our referee Adam Kilpatrick went through just then.
Rodriguez comes to Jope from distance. Oh, what an effort! The first at home this year, and it's special. Equalizer, Abdoulaye Jope.
A certified banger from Abdoulaye Jope. What a touch from Ammo, though, to put into the path. Decision was made, takes it across his body. This angle will give you the appreciation that you need. Starts outside the post, comes back in, and that is as good as it gets. Abdoulaye Jope for the first goal at home this season. Gave the crowd something special. I had to wait till the second half, and it was well worth the wait. Detroit City FC back in it 1-1.
He had 2 goals in 2023. That's number 1 for 2024 for him. We'll see what the goal scoring looks like for him. And that goal presented to you by Salim Dental. What an effort. What a goal to equalize things there. Off his line, Faroux. Gotta have a bit of sympathy for him. Not a ton he could have done in goal to get across to that one when it's caught that sweetly.
Oh, that is as hard as you can kick a soccer ball. Wonderful finish.
Amo with the assist. Jope with the first. Now we're back even, 1-1. Loudoun Detroit. Saw the crowd getting animated, getting into that one. Skundrich got to head to it. Ammo got one as well. Just holding off his opponent. Good bit of strength. This pass will force Bryant back, but it'll stay with the hosts. Jope. Fresh off the boost of confidence that he'll surely get from that certified banger, as you call it, Jamie. I have no disagreement with you there. Fantastic strike. On the left-hand side now. Scraped away.
Shot looked like it was getting faster as it hit the back of the net. And that was what had been limited with those entry passes into Ammo. And as soon as he's able to establish position with the outside of the right, he just puts it right into the path of Jope. And that was as good as if it gets from a hold-up play from a center forward to involve others. And then, my goodness, dream about kicking a soccer ball that sweetly.
Goal kick now. Cristiano Francois is being prepared to come on now for Loudoun United. We'll see when that sub is made. Giannis Learman also being prepped. We'll see when those tweaks are made by Ryan Martin. Definitely feel like a bit of changes needed for Loudoun United. The second half has been almost entirely Detroit City FC. This one's scraped forward. Lofted forward. It's brought down to the box. El Medkar, one-on-one. It's saved out for a corner kick. And our friends at the Garrett J. Verberg Co. have made a generous donation to the Detroit City FC Youth Program. They're matching all donations up to $50,000. You can scan that QR code on the screen now to support youth soccer here in Detroit. All right, corner here now, Loudoun United. 60th minute. Still waiting for those subs. We'll have those in a moment. Referee having some words in the box. Just waiting for the delivery now. Florian Vallo. Vallo whips it in over everybody. Skundrich to try and chase it down. Was he fouled? Was not, but it's a throw.
Free kick given here, and this is a dangerous position. You like a corner kick, but the fact that it actually is a little bit more inside, 7 yards off the end line, that is more advantageous of a position to be able to serve this in from.
Kwame Awua, the player over it.
Awua with this left foot will try to swing this in, look for players to try to get across the near post. Levi's has a responsibility at the near post, that space. For Loudoun, they need to get somebody across the face of him to try to redirect this or flick it on.
Referee again having some quick words. Doesn't want too much jostling inside the box. And the subs will happen now. You can see coming on Giannis Learman for the visitors, as well as Cristiano Francois. Coming off will be Robbie Damrow, as well as Wesley Leggett. See Damrow off for Learman. Learman making his 3rd appearance from the bench this season so far. Made 24 appearances back in 2023. Also trotting in will be Francois. Bit of pushing and shoving in the box. Match developing a chippy element to it as Awua. Bit of a delay on this free kick. We'll get the whistle. And we'll get the delivery. It's whipped in. It's gonna sit up, and that's just wide.
And that's the difference of somebody getting across the face.
A yellow card for dissent. No confirmation on that in a moment. Sorry, Jamie, your point on the ball into the box.
Yeah, no, just to that, before the yellow card was given, maybe to Murphy, James Murphy, number 6. It's so important you get across somebody at the near post, and all that did was just throw off Levi's, who was there and was unable to make the initial challenge, unable to win it, and then falling backwards, unable to get it on target. That was a big opportunity for Erlandson, just off balance.
And it was indeed Murphy who was booked just for being a little too loud in his protest afterwards. Now in the attack yet again, Morris near side. Whips it into the box, it's knotted down. Ammo was there to get a foot to it, but it's hacked away. Murphy let it drop. Bryant clips it to Rodriguez. It's a clever ball in the end, but it's good tackling, combination defensive work, and it comes to El Medkar. He's gonna try and just go along with this. Foot race. Steinwasher. You never want to see your goalkeeper bring it down there, but he had all the confidence in the world to do it, and it worked out okay. Back on the attack. El Medkar. Rolled back, Francois. And it's now Awua. Big tackle put in. Morris. Actually gonna have touched Loudoun last, so it's gonna be a throw. See Francois playing to the left-hand side of this attack. Learman, or like for like, the defensive end. Bryant. Levi's back to Amumensa. Skundrich pokes it back. Pass a little under hit by McCabe. On the underlap, Amo, who touched it last. DCFC did, according to the referee. Scuffed clearance, might make life uncomfortable. Awua, it's blocked. El Medkar, foot race. It's gonna go out of play. Good bit of work rate by Jope to make life uncomfortable. Bryant can take the throw. A moment though for some subs to come in now. You can see both Reese Williams and Alex Villanueva preparing to come in. Pair of subs for both sides. And coming out, incredible effort from Brett Levi's on that left back position, as well as Ben Morris coming off.
Thought Levi's was really good, and when he got involved into the attack, he was a key component to what they were wanting to achieve going forward. So job well done. This now gives a fresh pair of legs to come on the field now and try to go and find the goal that turns this completely around.
Goal kick is well held off. Williams and Villanueva more defensive players by trade, and you can see though Reese Williams playing in that right mid spot that Morris was occupying. So we'll see how that plays into things. Put into the box. Villanueva, it's blocked rather. Corner kick given. These next 5 minutes are presented by Volvo Construction and Alta Equipment Company, where uptime matters. Maxi Rodriguez, he'll leave this. He'll let a teammate instead take this corner kick. Time flies when you're having fun. We're already 67 minutes into this match. Been fun for the home opener as this one is played short and put into the box. Awuwa gets ahead to it. They'll be content. DCFC will for another throw. Danny Dicchio in his first home match. Side have come from one down. Big challenge, knocked out. They'll advance further, throw in higher up. Abdoulaye Jope, banger. Crossing out a very well taken goal by Wesley Leggett in the first half. Jope, bit of strength. Puts it in, it's blocked away. Bryant rolls it back. First time ball from Carroll. Get ahead to it, and it's knocked right back up. Amu Mensah, an important headed intervention. Maybe a chance here. Was that a handball? No, it wasn't. Throw in. Loudoun United.
These final 20 minutes, this is where it's going to be interesting about the mentality of both groups. If you start to rely on years past and let history play into it, history tells you on the road it's very difficult for Loudoun. They haven't won away in the last 5 matches. They haven't kept a clean sheet in 10. They just conceded not too long ago. So the doubt starts to creep in a little bit. Detroit City at home, this has been a fortress for them playing at Keyworth Stadium. So that's where the shift maybe in the mentality is. So for Ryan Martin, this is going to be telling about his side early on. Can you go on the road? You grab the lead. You're putting in a good performance, but you've conceded. Now you've got some adversity. How does your group handle it? For Danny Dicchio, he'll hope his side can continue to feed off the energy that we have in this vibrant atmosphere on the home opener for Detroit City today.
Tapped down for Loudoun United on the road for the season opener against San Antonio. They were down to 10 men for almost an hour in that, actually over an hour in that game, and still managed to claw and find a late equalizer. So they've dealt with a bit of adversity to come back into a game. Now can they deal with the adversity to stay in front and get back in front?
That's such a great point, because that's the first bit of belief you get. But if you can combine it with another road performance, they were, you know, in the situation where they handled some adversity, come back to get a point, Now you're on the road. You had the lead. Can you hang on to a point? Those things will be what pay off later on in the year. These are the building blocks and the foundation sort of your team's 2024 chapter.
Amu Mensah shows some strength to keep possession. Play it back to Steinwasser. These next 5 minutes are presented by Salim Dental, the official dentist of Detroit City Football Club. Williams, that one just behind Jope. It will find friendly face. Whipped to the left-hand side, knocked away. Amu Mensah can chest it down, try and keep play ticking. Good ball between the lines. Pings it off the chest of an opponent, and Faroux is gonna be wise to get off his line, keep it in play, avoid conceding a corner kick. Faroux under a lot of pressure. He turns it over in a bad spot. How about that for the way to take the lead? Maxi Rodriguez on hand, buries it, and the high press pays off. From a goal down, they take it. 2-1 lead, less than 20 minutes to go. And this goal brought to you by Salim Dental. Salim Dental, family and implant dentistry.
Oh, it was all going so well for Loudoun United, and it's just the pressure from Amo. And it goes right into the path of Maxi Rodriguez. Can't believe it. Look what I found. The easiest goal he'll score all year, but the hardest working player on the field so far. Amo has been tireless in his work rate, and he gets his reward with the most unorthodox assist he may ever get. But Maxi Rodriguez puts himself in the position because of the press in numbers. Detroit City FC get the payoff, get the reward, and get the lead.
Knocked out, throw in. Man, what a response by Detroit City. Entered this half down a goal. Equalizer was maybe the best goal they'll score this season in Jope. The second one, you know, it's a bad goal, but one of the easiest they may score in terms of difficulty. Really wide spectrum there. What brought down? Ammo now, and they're in the ascendancy. What can they do from this point? He'll play it off to Jope. You mentioned on his press a few moments ago that he may have traveled 50 yards. He said maybe that was a bit of an exaggeration, but that deserves all the praise in the world to get across and get involved. And you knew once Faroux would take that touch, he had to be quick with it, and he wasn't quick enough. It's clipped forward, and he gets there again, Rodriguez does. What a block. Game could have almost ended right there. Faroux, a step slow off his line, and what a block by Erlinson. Gets across, gets a foot to it, and it's still 2-1.
If Loudoun come back and get anything from this match, we're going to look right at this moment where Jacob Erlinson does everything that he possibly can to affect this play. Once Rodriguez goes in and Faroux comes out, Erlinson sprints straight back to the goal. Doesn't try to chase Rodriguez down, doesn't try to do anything else other than get in the way. Rodriguez, because he had to take that touch a little bit wider, is trying to quickly get that shot off. And Erlinson, that is as good and as astute of defending as you could possibly imagine in that moment. And he keeps his team in this match.
I think he may have been the player with the assist in the first 2 minutes, or block, sorry, in the first 2 minutes of the game. Call it an assist because it's a goal-saving intervention.
Great point.
But he's had some really big moments up to this point.
Talking about the one on the rebound when Koo dribbled through inside 60 seconds, you're right.
Murphy, corner, into the back post. It's flicked on. That'll be a throw. Still with Detroit City FC, but this is definitely a point they're going to try and keep the pressure on. Try and find another one. Offside flag goes up. Free kick.
And for Detroit City FC, the lead is nothing less than they deserve. In the second half, they've put up an insurmountable amount of pressure. And I look at some of the underlying numbers to see, does it back up what the eye test tells me? And I think it does. It's total passes so far, 456 for Detroit City, and for Loudoun, only 254. They were almost 2-to-1 as far as a numerical advantage on passes, and what that's doing is it's putting so much emphasis on the work rate of Loudoun to defend, and then you wait for those moments where you get higher up the field with that press, you force Loudoun a little bit further back, and it leads to an opportunity like what we saw for the goal.
Free kick called against Jope. Loudoun United escaped the press in that sense. I'm not sure they've officially given Emo the assist on that goal for Rodriguez, which feels quite harsh considering the work that he put in. It may have just been a bit of a pinball between the two of them when it came to Rodriguez. That's official. In our hearts, the assist is clearly.
I don't know, that may be one they look at afterwards, and because of the freak nature of it, but it certainly looked as though Farouk was the one that was trying to play it long, and he played it off of Emo right to the path of Rodriguez. But
here's Loudoun. Ryan slides it. Francois, a few with him, he stands it up. It's gonna find a friendly face. Oh, they say it hit a hand. They really believed it did. It may have been a harsh, was it too quick? It's scraped away. Emo, was he fouled? No, he wasn't. It's a throw. No calls on both ends, upsetting both teams. Of course, there was probably one that I think, Jamie, you and I believe was the wrong choice. A penalty could have gone to Detroit City in that first half. That one, not sure if there's gonna be a great angle of it. We'll take a look at that if we've got a moment. Almedkar receives it back. Almedkar gives it to Ryan. That one's blocked, but it sits up kindly. Almedkar in the box, poked away.
Well done from Carroll to keep his feet. Good balance from the center back.
Reese Williams carried it up. They'll get it back from Emo. They'll roll it off. Bryant. Williams. Bryant down the touchline. Wua. Very cramped on this near side. Bit of clever footwork. You see Erlinson putting his body into his opponent. Farouk launches it. Big challenge. Knocked forward. Villanueva. Learman rolls it off. Erlinson. Murphy almost having his press pay off. Kept in play, Ryan. Amu Mensah came across to help. Jope, not fouled. Almedkar, was he fouled? Referee says, yes, he was. Rather, no, he was not fouled. And he came to the back of his opponent, and it's going to be a foul against him. Detroit City free kick. Long, it's brought down, well done. Williams, a curler, what a save. Hugo Farouk, that one was on target. Would have been a special one for his first. Daniel Espeleta is preparing to come on, preparing to come off. Ali Coot, what a save though by Hugo Farouk.
My goodness, that was wonderful positioning. Great shape from the shot. But Farouk had put himself in that perfect position to be able to launch himself, get to that before that found its way to the top corner.
Murphy will go short. Some space. Villanueva into the box. Farouk punches it away. Almedkar can bring it down. It's blocked though. This time it'll spin more kindly for Loudoun United. Jupe. Touch a bit heavy there by Bryant. It's out for a throw. And Espeleta is being prepared to come on. He'll be on in a moment. Awua trying to push this one up the left-hand side. It goes out of play though. Out. Throw in. Pass intercepted. Good tracking back. Francois trying to turn into some space. He'll poke it away. Now on the attack. Ammo rolls it. Williams in the box. Williams, oh, just agonizingly over. He had his beautiful left-footed effort saved a moment ago. Still searching for his first Detroit City goal. Nearly on that time, stretching for it.
And Erlinson stays with him step for step. It's the pressure in the end that's going to force Williams to try to go to the far post and try to be able to pick this out, but he's just under duress the entire time. He can't get a clean look at it. Tight angle. That was really, really good, though, from Erlinson to stick with him.
Yazid Matthews as well as Daniel Espeleta are coming into the game. These substitutions are brought to you by CVY. CVY. Wear it, feel it, play it. Luxury performance wear. See one of the subs coming in. He was a trialist before the season, making his first appearance, his debut, and off as well after an incredible effort. Elvis Ammo coming off the field, as well as Ali Coot. Those are subs brought to you by CVY. Throw in, Loudoun United. It's tossed in, flicked on, great turn. Ryan has it taken away though by Jupe. Was he fouled? He was. Loudoun United didn't feel it was. Rarely you'll find complete agreement when a call goes against you. Jamie, on the Detroit City side of things, you have the 1-goal lead. What's the mentality right now? Do you think about sitting back a little bit more? Do you keep the pressure on? You know, best defense is strong offense, attack, make life uncomfortable. What's the mentality right now? I
think right now the clock is clearly your best friend in these moments. Although that Jupe might be feeling a little worse for wear right now. Take your time, right? Kill any momentum that Loudoun might try to get. You can see it was just one of those as he was going across a tough landing for Gio, but I think right now you start to think, what are the things that you can do that break up any rhythm? And sometimes that's committing a foul when you need to stop a counterattack. That's keeping possession when you have the ball, trying to work them side to side, make it as frustrating as possible for Loudoun. And then for Loudoun, as they make their substitution now, as Medkar leaves and Espinal comes in, now you start to go, can we get some fresh legs to try to create some 1v1 dribbling, unbalanced Detroit? When you're trying to build forward, you're trying to find an equalizer. Espinal will hopefully be able to come in and spark a little bit of creativity.
You saw him at 5'4", immediately getting involved in things. Rodriguez trying to make life uncomfortable. It sits up, fighting for it. It's nodded back. Farouk gets there, and that sub brought to you by CVY. CVY, wear it, feel it, play it. Luxury performance wear. It's knotted down. Francois can't quite get a foot to it. Bryant, pressure will be kept alive. Vallo is played. Mensa hooks it forward. Rodriguez has been shifted a bit higher with the sub now of Ammo. Matthews coming on in his attack-minded role for Ammo. He'll try and keep the pressure alive, keep things ticking with his fresh legs. Ooh, nearly paying off the press there for Williams. They'll keep churning along. Vallow. Erlinson. Room to carry into, but Bryant steps up well, wins it. Awua. Very good with his press. Slides it. Francois into the 18. Earns a corner. This corner kick is presented by Miss Dig 811. Know what's below and visit missdig811.org before any digging project. Both sides trying to dig deep in this one. Try and see this one out for Detroit City. For Loudoun United, can they come back into this and try and provide a bit of a spoiler on the road? Whipped in. Headed away. And it's actually going to be a coming together of heads, and it's going to be a foul against Loudoun United. Both players back to their feet. As we near the end of this one, tonight's player of the match is brought to you by Volvo Construction and Alta Equipment Company, where uptime matters. And with that goal, Abdoulaye Diop, our man of the match. What an effort, the left-footed strike. That equalized things before they went on to take the 2-1 lead.
Diop has covered so much ground, and that strike he had in the 56th minute was something special to watch, and to see it lit a fire into this stadium. Keyworth Stadium exploded when he had that rocket from 25 yards out. He's covered so much ground, been so important in the middle of the park to help win the center midfield for Detroit City FC today.
And coming off in just a moment will be Diop. Dominic Gasso will be coming on for him. That to happen in just a moment. Vallow. He's going to try and just fire this one up the field. Francois, did he keep it in play? He did. And Bryant, no nonsense, clears it out, but they have a throw deep in the half. Awua. They'll receive it again after the throw. Rodriguez, Diop. Just puts a foot through it. Back to Faroux. Faroux had some big saves in this match, but of course, biggest moment that'll be defined by is just taking a little bit too long on the ball. Elvis Ammo benefiting from that, and Maxi Rodriguez getting the loose ball to tap it into the open goal. That is currently how this one is being decided. We'll see if there's any last and late twists to the tail. Good ball between the lines. Ryan running forward on the overlap, has an option. Whipped in, but that one overhit. Out of the stadium entirely, well too strong. And now a chance for our man of the match, Abdoulaye Diop, to come out. On in his place will be Dominic Gasso. Made 2 appearances last year, his debut coming back in August of 2023 on the road to Charleston. Signed to a USL Academy deal last season. The man from Grand Blanc, Michigan will be coming on now with just a few moments to go. Try and see this one out in the middle of the park. And again, subs brought to you by CVY.
Saw the reception the head coach Danny Dicchio had for Abdoulaye Diop when he came off. Emphatic 2-hand high five. That man will appreciate the hard work that Diop put in the middle of the park and the quality he had. That was so paramount for the match today. Whoever was going to win in the center of the midfield was going to give themselves the most likelihood of winning this match, and Diop played his part in that, and then played his part going forward with the goal.
Just his 3rd goal for Detroit City FC in the USL Championship. Hard pressed to find a better one this weekend. Trying to play this one forward to the right-hand side. It will be met. Dropping off. McCabe. It's a clever pass. Picks out Francois. He's onside. His cross is blocked. Amu Mensah gets his feet sorted just about enough. Clears it upfield. Just waiting to see how much stoppage time we'll have at the end of this one. Francois. Was he fouled? It was a big challenge. Espinal keeps play ticking. Referee didn't indicate any sort of foul. McCabe rolls it back.
This is good from Detroit City. The pressure can't seem to get a cross off because they don't have a half yard of space, and now it leads it all the way back to the end.
Stoppage time brought to you by Brew Detroit, the official craft beer of Detroit City FC. As we pass over 90 minutes, there's 4 minutes of it. What do we have left in store? Can Detroit City FC see this one out? Or can Loudoun United, for the second time this season already, have an equalizing goal in stoppage time? 94th minute, it was Florian Vallo at San Antonio first week of the season. That got them a point. Can they have a similar storyline in this one? They did it that time, down a man. Through. Erlandson. Hughes fires it forward. McCabe, header. Amu Mensah comes up, gets involved. Learman plays it forward. Erlandson scoops it up, goes down to the box. No indications, nothing given. Would have been a massive call to make. Hughes gets ahead to it. Learman. Erlandson. They'll receive it again. That one well over hit. Oh, spoke too soon. It's just about kept alive, and completely dedicated his all to that was Michael Bryant. It's a throw in. It sat up nicely, the ball did. It's a corner kick.
Watch this from Bryant. His momentum carries it over. Sells out, goes up and over, has the snow to break his fall.
Ball in from the corner. It's knotted down. Chaos in front of goal. It's just wide. Off the bench, Giannis Learman had a great chance in the box, but his left-footed shot is just wide, and Nate Steinwasser can try and kill some more time. Still 2-1.
That may have just been the opportunity for Loudoun to snatch a point on the road. Fell to Learman unexpectedly, and you could tell he was late to react. Because he was late, couldn't get that where he was able to guide it on target, so he misses a golden opportunity.
Awuah tosses it in, it's flicked on. And Amu Mensah can just kick this one high into the late afternoon sky. It's played forward. Was he tugged down? He was. Hughes called for that one. And that's going to produce the yellow card.
Rodriguez just rolled the shoulder of Hughes, and to your point, more importantly than the yellow card, it's the time that's being wasted right now.
Exactly.
That was just the first to react from Rodriguez. Hughes realizes it. As soon as Rodriguez feels any sort of resistance from the pull, he's always going to be pulling up the landing gear from there to try to draw the foul and waste some time. Here we go to the corner. Oh, he can't give that away though.
It's kept in play. Loudoun, Ryan, 2 in white on the right-hand side. They're streaking forward now. Francois doesn't pick out a pass in the initial time. He's forced out by 2 of the home side. Cuts it back. So he's going to sit up. His low ball, dedicated all his energy to that. It's wide. This will take us past 4 minutes. Up to the referee. How much more past the minimum we have? Knotted down. There it is. First home match, first win. Tonight's final score presented by DTE Energy. Detroit City FC 2, Loudoun United 1.
Fantastic match. Two teams worked tirelessly put in a massive amount of effort. Loudoun got the reward early, but Detroit City, through a moment of brilliance from our player of the match, Abdoulaye Diop, a wonderful goal to strike, and then the moment that changed everything. Farouk taking too long on the ball, gets punished. Emo wins it, Rodriguez finishes it, and that's how we end up today, 2-1.
Well, you mentioned that shot from Abdoulaye Diop. It's our tonight's shot of the match, presented by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. How about that? Woo! Unbelievable with the left foot. You said it. It looked like it was getting faster as it kept on going. Only the net could disprove that and stop it from just taking out that wall behind it. Made it 1-1, and then of course Rodriguez pressing high, and they make it 2-1. That one was, of course, your shot of the match. And we can take a look at our save of the match. There were some big moments to be made for Nate Steinwasser all throughout. Today's save of the match that you'll be able to see is brought to you by Ally. We're all better off with an Ally. Learn more at ally.com. And that one, you expect him to make it, but getting it across, able to make that save of the game, presented by Ally.
Nate Steinwasser, he's been an ally for all of his defenders. Anytime that he gets in trouble, he's able to clean it up with his good positioning, solid goalkeeping, did everything he needed to help see this out for his side for a vital 3 points.
We got one last thing to show you. It's the full-time highlights and stats, and we'll do that in just a moment after this break. Full-time, Detroit City FC 1, Loudoun United 1.
Hi, Dave from DTE here. Ooh, this dirty HVAC filter makes your system work a lot harder, and that costs money. But they're really easy to change. First, just check the edge of your current filter to see what size to buy. Then, just insert the new filter with the arrow facing toward the furnace. It's that easy. Energy bill savings. Get more tips on our website.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now.
Or GM employees with a current eligible lease can get this Silverado for $319 a month. Or during Chevy truck season, get as low as 0.9% financing in all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups.
It's full time. The first home match of 2024, the first ever memorial match for Detroit City FC, ends in 3 points, and a massive, massive result to come from behind, make things 2-1. Jack Edwards, Jamie Watson here with you for the final discussions of this one. We can look at our highlights from today, brought to you by Salim Dental. And early on, very good by Loudoun in the press, pays off early on.
Yeah, they were always on the front foot as we got things underway here, and they got their reward. Slight deflection off of Carroll's arm, but it was Below who plays it over, and Wesley Leggett just gives himself a chance by putting this on target, and that deflection made it 1-0. Maxi Rodriguez thought he had the equalizer shortly after. That one went inches wide, and this match started to open up a little bit in the second half, and chances back and forth until finally we got this moment of brilliance. Abdoulaye Diop, my goodness, what a strike. That levels it 1-1 in the 56th minute. What a goal.
His first of the season, just had 2 last year. That one a special, special effort. This one, I don't say less special, incredibly important.
Incredibly important, incredibly heartbreaking if you're a Loudoun United fan. They were so confident in keeping possession all the way inside the 6-yard box, and Hugo Farouk just takes a heavy touch. Amo takes the chance. And Maxi Rodriguez gratefully goes into the arms of his friend who got him the easiest goal he'll get of his professional career. And this was Maxi Rodriguez being a constant threat. Erlinson, for the second time in this match, saves the most certain goal. This one kept Loudoun in the match in the 73rd minute. You just started wondering, were Loudoun going to be able to get an opportunity to get back in it? But for Detroit City, they were just so good defensively. They never provided a dangerous opportunity for Loudoun United after that.
They saw it out. Almost every stat swinging their way. Possession, shots on target, shots, and of course, the most important stat of all, the goals swinging their way. 2 goals to 1. Just a massive performance. Abdoulaye Diop, as well as Maxi Rodriguez, able to cancel out a goal from Wesley Leggett and make things 2 goals to 1 full time. I want to thank our producer, Bruno Santos, our director, Gabe Sosa, my color commentator, Jamie Watson. I've been Jack Edwards, and it has been a pleasure to bring this match to you. The full-time score brought to you by DTE. Detroit City 2, Loudoun United 1. Next up for Loudoun United, back on the road against Birmingham, while for Detroit City, on the road against Indy 11 next weekend. Detroit City, 2 wins this season. Final score, 2-1.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.